Hello and good day people, and welcome to some more StarCraft 2 replays. So today, and for the rest of this week, and for a while afterwards, I imagine, I am going to be casting MLG Columbus games. So yeah, today we've got Fnatic Fenix versus Dignitas Nani. I think that's Naniwa. We've got Naniwa up here in the top left corner as the red Protoss, and Fnatic Fenix in the bottom right hand corner as the blue Terran on Shakura's Plateau. This is the new Shakura's Plateau without the backdoor rocks, so no interestingness. We've got Fnatic Fenix putting up his first supply depot there next to the mineral line to help cut off the attack path if Dignitas Nani tries to attack him. He can just lower this when he starts. Yep, there we go. So now he can just mine gas perfectly fine without any problems. So we got Dignitas throwing up his gateway and Fenix throwing up his barracks, as you would expect. I am trying to lower my volume and using the wrong buttons, so let's take a look at the production tab. I'm not cool enough to know all the hotkeys just yet. So we've got Fenix putting up his gas and Dignitas Nani also doing so, throwing a pylon down over there to reveal more of his base. Oh, interesting. I think this is actually the MLG Shakura's Plateau, so it's got these neutral supply depots at the bottom as well. The two scouting workers having a little kiss there. Nani is saving up a bit of chrono boost. I was just waiting to see if he actually was getting double gas now. Moving up here to scout the top position, and Fenix moving straight in there. Orbital command up and a tech lab coming up. Actually, before he gets any marines. Oh, early Reaper. Good times, good times. Oh no, there's a marine down there. Okay, just to deny the scouting, but an early Reaper coming up. This is quite interesting. Going to be using that possibly to either just scout the base or maybe do a little harassment, but this stalker coming out will probably stop any real harassment happening. Oh, this probe's gonna get in and see it. Oh, nice early command center coming down, takes that prober out. The marine went rather far away. This SCV now coming down here to do something. Sit around a little while. Command center coming up. And what's happening here? Ooh, Stargate coming up. That's interesting. Wasn't really expecting that to happen. Fenix is actually now supply blocked. That's slacking right there. Though he just used all his minerals, building up 2 extra barracks high, and Dignitas Nani moving his stalker to the back there, expecting that Reaper to be coming up the back, rightfully so, because he did see it. And now a Fenix coming out, probably going to start gathering up a few more, maybe do a bit of scouting at first with that, but then move on to harass the mineral lines. Pick up the SCVs, shoot them down with the other ones, and yeah, yep, there's the second Fenix coming out now, and a third one making its way out. 2 Marauders and a Marine pushing up the field now. They may, well, the force fields from this Duda should be able to cut them off quite nicely, but actually didn't quite manage to force field it, but quite nicely takes that out anyway. So these 2 Fenix sitting here getting shot at by Marines, now getting that Marine getting picked up and owned in the face. This is actually going to be quite unpleasant for Fenix now. He doesn't have an engineering bay to build turrets, though he is building a fair few Marines now. That mule getting picked up, and there's the engineering bay. Expansion now coming up for Nani. That Marauder was still sitting there, got owned in the face though. A few Marines sitting around down here. Got stim packs coming up. He's also already got concussive shells. I missed that, but he does. A few missile turrets coming up in the mineral lines now. He's going to come over here, pick up the mule, take it down, and also that SUV that was building that missile turret, and one more before he gets pushed back. Now, Nani building up a couple more gateways and a robotics facility now. His expansion coming along, nearly done. Fenix is now almost entirely up. He's building another barracks, getting a factory with a reactor on, and building that starport. Probably going to start reactoring out some medivacs, either to do some drops or just to build up his army fully. The Stargate, sorry, now sitting here, not doing a great deal. Combat shields now coming up. More gas coming along by the looks of it. He is building one there. He's already got the two up in his main. Now researching +1 weapons for his Marinas and Marauders. Robotics Bay coming up now for Nani. Here, there it is, and the scan will reveal that. He is now running off 4 gas, which isn't surprising considering he is now going to start getting out Colossus. Probably going to start chrono boosting those as soon as this gets up. But I expect also to see the extended thermal lance. Now a push of lots of Marines and a couple Marauders coming out. The thingies, what they call Fenix, do see that. This observer coming down the field now to get some scouting information. And yep, chrono boosting out that first Colossus. Double Forge coming up for extra research. Yep, that thermal lance being chrono boosted out. He has been saving quite a bit of energy actually. Both Nexuses did have full energy before that started happening by the looks of it. Chrono boosting out that first Colossus fully. Ooh, some medivacs here now. Maybe going to try and pick them up and just drop them straight up on the top. But those Fenix are going to make that a bit more difficult. But now that Colossus out, he's going to pull back because he simply does not have what he needs to take that on. Building up a bunch more barracks, getting another command center. Now starting to pump out some Vikings to take on those Colossus. He is sitting here in the middle of the field, just holding that tower. A couple of dropships coming around. Those Fenix, he needs to drop them all, those Fenix. Ooh. Might well see it and take them out. Oh yeah, they are. They're going to... Oh, he might be able to drop in time. He is going to be able to drop those Marines and Marauders off just in time before they get taken out. But he's going to pull back with all those Colossus and quite easily take those out, I imagine. But this drop actually taking out a fair portion of Nani's army, and a push in the front also, which gets taken out quite easily. This Colossus now walking around back and forth. Missile turret about to be built, and this command center dropping. Will he put orbital command? Nope. Planetary Fortress. For those of you who don't know what that is, really it's planetary fortress, but said in a more awesome way. So still pumping out Vikings. many does he have now? He's already got 2, so those are going to be his 3rd and 4th Vikings. Nani now also taking his 3rd expansion. These Fenix just patrolling back and forth, ready to take out any medivacs that may come round. Getting his +1 armor as well now. Nani now also getting his +1 weapons and armor and researching Blink. Interesting, interesting. Blink is freaking awesome, so not surprising really. Getting some more gas observers floating around the field. Anything else happening particularly interesting? Not really. This nice little Protoss ball here. Not too big, not too small. He is now straight away researching ground weapons and armor 2. Doesn't appear that Fenix has the armory to be able to do that. He's not pushing the research quite as much. These Marauders just going to chase the medivac. They're not quite grasping the idea that they cannot fly unless they are in that medivac. A couple of Vikings and quite a nice push coming out now. Those Vikings are going to rip through those Colossus, pulling back a little because he does not really want to get engaged in that conclave there. A few force fields also going up to push him back. A missile turret sitting in the middle of the field, probably to pick off any observers. A random barracks here, proxy to these herbs. Some Marauders sitting here, taking out these rocks for some reason. Presumably had to get dropped when these Phoenixes took out that medivac, and now they're just trying to get out. Oh, a battle going on in the middle. The Vikings shooting at the Colossus, but getting taken out by all the Stalkers. Oh, that did not go well for Fenix at all. Marauders now stimming and kiting those Zealots back, but he gets pushed back quite nicely. Nani really did come out on top in that engagement. This space rather oversaturated by the looks of it. There's the armory coming up and the double research infantry weapons and armor now coming out. A couple of ghosts now starting to come out also. Those will really tilt the balance in his favor if he manages to get off some good EMPs. Ship weaponry also coming up to counteract the extra armor on those Colossus. I do believe the Colossus do indeed benefit from the ground armor upgrades. A 4th base now coming up for Fenix. No such thing from Nani yet, but it looks like he's going to try. But there is a supply depot sitting here. But this Zealot's going to come in, spank away at it until it dies. Zealot charge coming up, and ground weapons and armor free for Nani now. Scan going down on that army just to reveal what he's got. Somewhat more than... oh, no, there's the rest of the army. It's not too bad. It's looking fairly even, but Nani is now practically maxed out. He's saving up that last bit of supply, presumably so when he builds this Nexus, he can build a few probes to put on it, because otherwise there's not much point. He does need to kind of... Oh, he's moving this army down here, taking a few shots at that voluntary Foptis, but pulled back when that army came round. Bunch of SCVs coming down now for Fenix, and there's that Nexus and a bunch of cannons because he had a lot of money. Nani now maxed out. These 3 Fenix just sitting here doing nothing, but they do have to sit there. Oh, oh, ow! Poor Marauder. And he's pushing in to take out that base. Oh, oh, a few nice EMPs going off, taking off a lot of health from that army. Those Vikings doing a lot of damage to the Colossus now, but really I don't know. No, the upgrades are even at the moment, but really that army was just a whole lot stronger. He could now just push in and just kill him, which it would appear he is going to do. So that's pretty much game. Yep, and there's the GG. Not entirely sure why Fenix was so far behind that whole game. He was in fact a base up the majority of the time. As you can see, he's already saturated this one. All 4 of his saturated. This one only just going up. So it wasn't the macro that was the problem. Nani did get ahead in the upgrades a little way, but in that final engagement they were even. So really, I'm not sure what went wrong. It was just a matter of his drops didn't go quite right. None of them actually paid off at all. Did a little tiny bit of damage with that one, traded off a bit of army, but really none of his harassers paid off at all. He lost a lot of resources from those, and in the end just didn't have the army to take on Nani was. So we'll go on to the next game, and I will see you guys shortly. Ta-ta.